From wildfires to severe weather, all of it is going to be in the forecast, and then we have a heat wave coming our way by the end of the week, and I'll talk about that in just a few minutes. First, though, severe weather is in the forecast primarily tomorrow afternoon, going into tomorrow evening, could be late afternoon and early evening hours. The forecast for tomorrow morning is going to look okay. You'll notice a mix of sun and clouds. Winds are going to be southwest, about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and that will help make it more humid, thus giving us more moisture to work with. The severe weather threat is really going to come in the afternoon, say after 4 o'clock, but some of you could be seeing scattered showers out ahead of the main line coming our way tomorrow afternoon. So this is going to be the future radar for Monday, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, going into the evening hours. So you're probably getting off work, heading home. You'll notice here there's these discrete cells that are showing up in the map, and we've got this line of heavy rain between Columbia and Charleston on up into Florence. Usually when we get severe weather, it's in a straight line, but this time we're seeing discrete cells. That's really a good indication that we're going to see severe weather, especially on the leading edge of this frontal system, and then this will push east and head off into Myrtle Beach, Wilmington, on up into Fayetteville later in the day, possibly around 10 to 11 o'clock at night, going into very, very early Tuesday morning. The Storm Prediction Center has put the entire South Carolina map and also eastern North Carolina in an enhanced risk of severe weather, which isn't unheard of, especially for this time of the year, but it's just an elevated risk of severe weather, saying that we do have the best chance of seeing it out of anywhere in the nation on Monday. We also look at this. This is called Convective Available Potential Energy, CAPE, as some people call it in meteorology. And to summarize this in layman terms, when you see anything above 1,000, that's when you start to get concerned that there might be a severe weather threat. Things like 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 1-inch size hail, and even tornadoes. And we're seeing values close to 1,500 to 1,700 in the Midlands going into the PD, especially as you go up on into Florence, Darlington, up into Marlborough County. And then when you see values around 2,000, like we have down here in Hilton Head, you really start to get concerned that there might be a tornado threat and severe weather threat, especially down near Hilton Head and Jasper County as well. If you're not good with reading maps, I've summarized it in a graph here. And flooding is not going to be a concern out of this, that we won't see that much rainfall, probably less than an inch, because this will be moving through so fast. Tornadoes are going to be a concern primarily Monday afternoon going into Monday evening. The wind's going to be a concern all day, but especially in the thunderstorms where we could see wind gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. And then hail is also going to be a concern as well. Not as much of a concern. And then the rainfall is going to be a concern in the morning as well, because we could see scattered showers out ahead of the main line, possibly early in the afternoon, late morning on Monday. And if you're not good with reading maps or graphs, well, I've basically summarized it with a panic meter. We shouldn't be not worrying about it, but we shouldn't also be in full-blown panic mode. So I would just put it here in the middle for now. Just something to watch, something to be concerned of. And then as we go into next week, we'll get that heat wave, and that's really going to cause some nice conditions going to the end of the week and into the weekend. But your next 3 days look like this. So here's our severe weather on Monday, sunny on Tuesday, upper 70s, and then Wednesday of this week, it's going to be nice, 81, but we do introduce another rain chance coming our way on Wednesday. And then look at this, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, temperatures are getting very close to 90 degrees. I've got 91 on the forecast for Friday afternoon, and this chart here is for Columbia, because that would be an average of South Carolina. So places up in the mountains, places at the coast, they are going to see cooler conditions, but in the Midlands, we'll likely to see temperatures in the 90s Friday and also Saturday. And then going into Sunday of next week, we're back in the mid-80s. And I'll go ahead and give you a sneak peek now. Beyond this timeline, going into the following week, we're expecting a major cool down, and we might even see temperatures go back into, dare I say, the 30s for the first and second week of April. So a lot to talk about here in the weather world this week, but just stay tuned. Make sure you have a way to get alerts, and we'll get through all of this together right here in South Carolina.